in Pokemon TCG Pocket, the Pokemon are usually the identity of the deck. You know, you're guaranteed the Mewtwo's, your Dialga Arceuses, but I'd say more importantly, the supporters are the lifeblood of it. These powerful cards account for a majority of every single deck that you'll be facing, and they make these Pokemon, these identities, function better. You know, whether it's leafing out a tank so your Darkrai can come in, or Garantina an attack, right? Or, you know, using red when you're using Meowscarada, and you can hit up to 150 on an EX, right? These supporters make these decks work, right? These are the benchmarks these Pokemon could previously not have done without it. These cards are so powerful, in fact, that they all have, you may only play one supporter card during your turn. So one of the skills in Pokemon TCG Pocket is determining the order, the sequence of when you are playing these really, really powerful cards. Because again, you can only play one supporter per card, per turn. That said, all supporters are not created equal. Ranging from, you know, why did they print this card? Why did they print this card? To just ones that just support cards that are currently defunct, right? Or like just not good at the moment, even though they were previously good at the moment. So for today, I'm Jeudy, and this is every supporter in TCG Pocket ranked. Before we begin, this is a VOD from my Twitch, twitch.tv/soulserve. I'll be streaming directly after this video uploads, so if you wish to see me at my run, please come, please support me. I would appreciate it. I was top 10 when I made that. I was traveling yesterday, so I didn't really play. I didn't stream at all. But I'm currently still in the top 20, which is, again, hella hype. The other thing is that because of the nature of this being a Twitch VOD, right, figuring out how I felt about certain cards may be freaky deaky, but I do go into detail with every single card on this list. So please, I put a lot of thought into it, and I'll just explain some of the tiers now so that we can talk about them when you see them or when they're made. God tier is simple, like every deck has them, or if you're a deck that should run them, you should run them, and they are like so game warping, right? Then there's S tier. Your S tiers are going to be like just the best supporters. That's it. A are going to be the very highly meta relevant supporters that are going to be like 1-ofs or 2-ofs in every deck. Really good cards. B is also good, just they're not going to be staples in every deck, and even the decks that they are staples in, their power, we might be seeing them decline. C is more like the niche cards that are still good. Like I won't bat an eye if I see it. D, these cards are right now in the weaker end, but they can be played with highly meta relevant strats, really dependent. And then there's just the cards that are currently defunct, you know, your Team Rocket Grunts your Team Galactic Grunt that, you know, isn't really supporting good cards right now, you know, your Blaine. And like, yes, these cards were good in the past. Like Blaine was very good in the past. It was the free-to-play friendly deck. But right now, you know, as of today, as of Shining Revelry, it is not a good card. And, you know, let's say the next expansion gives us Ninetales that does 120 plus 30 because of Blaine, you can, like, and you come, you know, months later talking about, look, you rated Blaine so lowly. That's just like bad faith, right? But anyway, enough yapping. Let's let the cards talk. So S tier, there's too many tiers, is my first thought. S tier, Professor Research. If you're not running Professor's Research, you're trolling. Gotta make a tier for Misty specifically. Okay, let me talk about Misty. Misty is polarizing. It needs to be nerfed. It's the only card right now I think needs to be nerfed. I think that genuinely Misty, bro, put that back up. It needs to be S tier. This card is S. There's no downside to Misty besides losing a supporter turn, and the upside is you win the game instantly. So upside, win the game instantly. Downside is that you use your supporter. That's not a real downside.
So that's an easy S tier. They need to nerf this card. In fact, I would go as far as to say that this card's better than Research.
What, Misty?
Yeah.
Well, the very fact that you can win turn one sometimes, like before,
Yeah, it's not a balanced
All
card.
they have to do is make it so you're incapable of attacking turn one. That's the only they have to change.
I don't even think that fixes it truly, because if you attack,
I guess you
going second, you go Misty.
I guess you just win the resource war. All
Yeah.
the time, yeah.
They need to nerf this card. They need to nerf this card. If Misty is so good, why is Team Rocket is good? However, Team Rocket is reactive, whereas Misty's proactive and can win you the game on that turn. And the difference is kind of night and day. I know that Nails is a tempo head Hearthstone player. This is B. How would you nerf it? I would just make it one coin flip, one energy. That's it. No action. And even then, I think that's broken, by the way. I think that's still broken. I think that you just need to burn this card from existence. Team Rocket Grunt is too reactive, but it's very good into... See, here's the difference, right? And I guess this is how I'll explain it. Messius, thank you for the follow. Here is the difference between the two. Team Rocket Grunt, if you flip heads, you can potentially win the game. If you flip multiple heads, you definitely win the game. If you flip tails, you're probably losing that game. And because of that, that's B, right? The downside of Misty is that you just use your supporter turn. It's usable turn one. This is a reactive. You can play around Team Rocket Grunt. You can't play around Misty, especially in a tournament setting where you see that they have Team Rocket Grunt. They should make Misty guarantee 3 heads with nothing extra. Shut up. Usually all you need on Misty is one flip, right? I just think that they should take Misty out back and shoot her. They should ban the card. Misty's broken. Not even just I don't know. Just like the problem is, okay, to explain why I think Misty's better than Research, and Research is in every deck, Misty made it to where you can never make a good low energy water. You can't even make a good water card, right? Like the thing is you're in top 20. I hit top 10. Literally, if we go to my profile, I hit top 10. We hit top 10. So we were more than just that. But yeah. Anyway, Misty needs to... Misty makes it so that they can never really print out cool and fun water cards. The fact that Manaphy exists right now while Misty exists is toxic. So nerf Misty somehow.
I started Weedle again.
Yeah. In fact, the only way you make Misty worse is by making better energy accelerators, which only exasperates the problem. Destroy Misty. Erica is B tier. It was better early. The problem is a lot of cards just deal too much damage now. So 50 HP heal doesn't even feel insane anymore, right? Especially during the Arceus era, during the low key Oso follow. So I think this is a B tier card. It's just good. It's not bad. It's just not I think that my criteria for S tier is Misty and Professor's Research, which are broken cards. So whatever's an A has to be between those, right? And speaking of a card that's between those, Sabrina, right? Where's Sabrina? Actually, no, before Sabrina, Irida. Irida is an A tier card, right? Irida is a broken healer that heals 40 to everything, that has a water energy attached. It's not even a real condition because you're attaching water energy regardless. So broken card. It's just better Erica, and it's why water is so toxic right now. The fact that they can play Misty and Irida, before, Fire doesn't even have another support card, right? Grass doesn't even have another support card. And they gave freaking Water 2 broken ones. What the hell, man? It's just good. If you're playing a multicolored deck, or even a deck that doesn't require actual energy, water, you just attach water. We just played a Snorlax deck that was allowed to play Irida, right? Broken card. This card is so good. Blaine. Blaine, if this was 3-4 months ago, Blaine, yeah, even Starmie deck. Like, this I can literally spend hours talking about. The Glaceon Leafeon deck having Leafeon benefit from Evera is insane. I agree. Um, until they release a new Rapidash or Ninetales that's good, this is F tier. Not because it's bad. Plus 30 is broken. It's that the cards that it's supporting are bad. So this by extension is bad. Does that make sense? Right? Blaine is a plus 30 broken, but plus 30 and you're dealing like 120. You're dealing 130, right? When your Rapid Goat is washed, F tier card. Brock, F tier. Until we get Steelix EX, this card is going to be bad. Or we get a really good Golem. Team Galactic Grunt is the same problem, right? I don't even know where that card is. F tier. Budding Expeditioner, E tier. Why? Because Mew is viable, at least. But it doesn't offer much anywhere at the moment. Porcelux, thank you for the follow. Mew's health is way too low. 130 is so low that you like can't really tank efficiently. But a card that's pretty good, I'll put it in C tier. Weezing is just a good card. As long as there is like a reason to use Weezing, this will be good. And the more Weezings that they print that get better than the current Weezing, this will be cool. So, yeah, but the problem is, again, with Koga, similar to Budding, is that the HP is just too low. But at least Weezing is doing something, right? Like Weezing's poisoning and setting up your Clodsires, etc. So this is C tier. Arceus did ruin everything. Shout out to Arceus. So do you guys kind of understand my criteria at this point, right? I don't know that answer, Marcus. I would not. There's a good column card, yeah. No, it's where you end that. So don't grief yourself and get out of Master Ball. So here's my thoughts. This is the criteria. S tier is like game changing, broken. A tier is very, very, very good. B is good. C is like it's fine. D is like pretty bad. E is like bad but viable. Let's remove D. I figured it out. We're gonna remove D. Or E tier. Boom. I hope if we get a good Steelix EX, this goes right here. Or maybe here. But we need Steelix EX first. I got so mad in Ultra 2. I played troll decks and went back to great. Time to go back. You're fine. I was, if it makes you feel better, I was just in top 10 and I played Snorlax for 2 games. So you can always grind back. You always make the points back. Cynthia? Cynthia's broken, right? Like Cynthia has to be broken, but the cards it's supporting is not great right now. I'm gonna call this tier currently defunct. Needs better cards for the mon it's supporting. That's this tier. Like I think Cynthia's in there. I think it's best to just stick to one meta deck more. Yeah. Someone keeps saying Cyrus is A tier. Yes, Cyrus is A tier. It's broken. Cyrus has fundamentally changed how decks work. It single-handedly made Mewtwo Gardevoir bad. What are your thoughts on Gira Mewtwo versus Gira Darkrai? I think Gira Mewtwo has a slight edge. I think it's a positive matchup. Yes. If you were here earlier, Revlin, I said that if I was talking about these cards like a month or 2 months ago, they would be up here. But they're currently defunct, needs better cards for the Mons supporting. Golem won in an entirely different format two formats ago. No, you're totally fine. Don't like I think that you're valid. I agree with you. Like I just said it earlier. Like if we get a Steelix EX and this is a good card, this is A or B minimum. But until then, right? This is where it's at. Let's see what other cards here. Mars is B minimum. This is just a good card. It's broken. It's literally red card plus being able to Mars someone to 1. It's a super good right now. It's actually super, super good right now. In fact, I think it's better than Team Rocket Grunt and Erica. Okay, here's the thing. It's better than Team Rocket Grunt and Erica. It's not better than Irida and Cyrus. So I know what I'm going to do. This is now no longer S tier. This is God tier. This is God tier. This is S. And this is A. And Mars is right here. Mars is better than Erica and Team Rocket, worse than Irida Cyrus. Mars is too good. Mars is so good. It's red card uncracked. If you play in tournaments, it changes how you play your opponent because it's open deckless. It can straight up win you games. You've been like Mars to 1. You know how that feels. Boom. All right. Sabrina, A tier. No, Sabrina's S tier. Sabrina's is S tier. I think that this is what sets us apart from Cyrus. And while Cyrus I think is better, Sabrina literally is a defensive option in a game that lacks defensive options. Like we have Team Rocket Grunt now. Sabrina is one of the best defensive and offensive options. They're the same tier. You are never running. Most of the time, you're never running just Cyrus. You're usually running Sabrina and Cyrus. They're both the same tier. Easily. Okay. So this is currently the tier list. Lieutenant Surge, same tier. Needs better mons. I think that Raichu is not bad, but Raichu takes up spots. So like I think 140 is real, but Pikachu exists now. And Dawn is real. So that's where I'm at here. Dawn is A tier. Dawn is A tier. Dawn is so cool right now. Dawn is like really, really good right now. 100% an A tier card. Mars is also just like sick. I think that these are like Dawn is so good in Arceus right now. Dawn is so good in Mewtwo. Dawn is so good in Darkrai decks. Dawn is used in Charizard decks at times, right? Really good. Leaf is not S on this skill. I'll tell you why. The moment that people started dropping Leaf in like big decks, I think Leaf is. Oh wait, yeah, Leaf is S on this scale. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I was reading S as this tier originally, and I'm like, no, Leaf is in there. These guys, Leaf is S tier. It's just too good. It's just like so versatile. It's getting worse. I think out of all the cards in S, it's the closest to right here. It's the closest to right there, but so like Leaf, I think the problem, this is the widest S tier of all time. Low key, yeah, that's why I'm putting it in A. My problem with the Pocket, Pokemon Pocket is also allergic to retreat cards. We're seeing a lot of top decks just like drop retreat cards. X speeds, people are dropping X speeds to 1. People are dropping Leafs to 0. I even dropped a Leaf in my deck. Thought you said the whitest. She gets a shiny variant S tier. No, I think that Irida, Cyrus, Sabrina, the way I think about these cards, I don't think about Leaf similarly. Leaf is like a one of in decks that need it sometimes, but if it was blast format, I think Leaf was S tier. Because if it was the Dialga Palkia, the Dialga Arceus format, that's a S tier card. But Leaf allows, Leaf is cool. Leaf is still cool, but it's not what it was like last patch. Giovanni's A tier. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think more decks should be running Giovanni. Charizard should run Giovanni. Mewtwo decks should run Giovanni. I'm being dead ass. Giovanni, I legitimately believe Giovanni is so good. I think that a lot of people are running way too many reds. I think red is broken, by the way. But I think that there are a lot of decks that you just lose. And chat flamed the hell out of me. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? That I think that people should not have flamed you for that. I think they're so wrong. Giovanni is so good in so many different decks right now, and I think more decks should be running it. There's a reason I'm on commentary. Not only is there a reason I'm on like, I think that like I literally added Giovanni to my deck, and I like it immediately impacted it, and I removed the red from my deck. Right? There's a lot of 80 HP cards right now on rank that Moltres can hit, that Mewtwo can hit. There's a lot of 60 HP cards that Mewtwo gets. I think a lot more decks should be running Geo, and they're not running Geo, and they're throwing. What matchups with literally Rampardos? Rampardos, Hitmonlee, you can hit a Sprigatito. Like this, you can hit Meowscarada with the 130. Like, I think that people are discounting. You can hit even Articuno still, right? It doesn't change that. How would you rework Misty? Besides rotating out forever, limit it to one flip, one heads. That's the only. And even then, it's broken. Let me you want to be honest. If they nerfed Misty by making it flip one coin, heads, one heads, blah blah blah, it's still God tier. I think it's still broken. Maybe it can be S tier, but it's still God tier. That card literally changes. You can never make good water cards. You have to make all the water cards boring as hell because Misty exists. They would have to end your turn. Yeah, they would have to add end your turn. They literally would have to add an end your turn for this card, bro. Like 100%. Pisses me off. Blue is C tier. I think it's good. I think blue is still good. It's very niche. It's good when there are cards like Mewtwo and Garantina that are dealing 150 and 130 respectively, right? And those you can break points. But it's so situational and it's not good in many decks. So it's kind of like where I feel like about Weezing, where it's going to be good. It's like I don't bat an eye if someone adds blue to their deck, but it's not on the level of these cards, right? Adaman, D tier, Volksir, C tier, Grandma. Let's talk about them. Berry is better than this card. Berry, I think Snorlax is viable. I don't think solo Snorlax is viable. Man, your ratings make no sense, even though you make a lot of sense. I personally just don't agree with it all. That's fine. What do you value? I think, okay, here's my thoughts. It's all about what you value, right? I think everything I said has been consistent with my thoughts, but everybody values something different, right? I think Snorlax is a good card. Not Snorlax. I think Berry is a good card with Snorlax. And I think that there are decks that run. You should ban them for disagreeing. What? That's crazy.
No, I agree.
I agree. Reasoning is that I no longer want 2 in my deck. That's valid. I still think it's S tier though, but I think that's valid. I think Berry is C tier. There are decks that play Snorlax that are good. It's a good tank still. It's 140 HP. But until we see a really good deck that wants Snorlax so badly, I think C is the best I can give it. It's not Defunct like these cards, and it's not Fringe, barely viable. Same for Grand Celestic Town. Celestic Town Elder will be good when we have a good basic that's broken. But for now, currently Defunct. He's saving red for last. Pokemon Center Lady is B tier. It's so good. Its secondary effect is also good. CM Knights, pull up. How you doing, man? Hope that your stream was good. Have you factored in that full arts? We actually have our instantly S tier? My fault. I didn't factor that in. Pokemon Center Lady is just good. The secondary effect is good. Its secondary effect will only make it get better. 30 HP is a lot of breakpoints. It's good into Hitmonlee. And it's playable in every deck that doesn't run Irida. And that doesn't run Irida or Erica. Yeah. Actually, Chronos, that's how I made part of my Master Ball run to make Master Ball. I got hit by Kakuna, and then I was I was like, do I just lose now? I was freaking out in chat. And then I remembered that Pokemon Center Lady has a secondary effect. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is so fine. Okay, red. We'll save red for last. Volkner is D. People were talking about Electivire decks. You know what? I'm not gonna. Electivire. Volkner's here. Volkner's here. I can't lie to myself. Electivire is mid. Luxray is mid. These cards are the goats of supporting bad cards at the moment. That's where I'm at. I just think fighting is too good. I agree with Raven. Raven's cooking. Why use Luxray when new Pika exists? Probably prize control. But you're right. The cards like that Volkner supports aren't bad, but fighting is too good. I think what's going to need to happen is they need to stop treating electric types as the low HP guys. Or because like it sucks. Like Pikachu being 120 HP is so bad. Like they could have at least given it 130 HP. That's like not broken, but that's not dying to Marshadow tier. Like how are you? How long was it? Impulse Steel, thank you for the follow. How long was it since the release of Mythical Islands? How are you an Electric EX coming out still with 120 HP? It's so sad. But we got the Chicken Nuggets follow. Thank you very much. Zapdos EX being forced to gamble for the good damage up. I mean, that's fine. Zapdos was a base card. Adaman is D tier. Unlike the currently defunct tier, steel types are good. Steel types are good. I've seen it like be a one of in like Dialga stuff, and that's like it's where it should be. I've seen it give us Zekrom 150 HP. That's what we need. Zekrom will save the game. Make it 140 HP. Don't make it 150 HP. Yeah, I'm gonna save the most controversial card for last. Let's talk about red. Red is S tier for me. It changed the game. Plus 20 is insane. The conditional is fake as fuck too. I mean, fake as flip flops. The conditional is so fake.
Dude, they always have an EX.
Everybody has an EX, right? However, I think as decks like Meowscarada rise, as decks like Rampardos rise, Soul Survivor by Jeudy, hell yeah. I think red is here. Red is just too good. It has like changed breakpoints way too much. It has made Rampardos broken. It is so insane, right? It makes so many cards so much stronger. It makes so many strategies so much more valuable, whether you're playing Meowscarada. It's an S tier card, right? If I have Giovanni in A tier, it's natural that red is an S tier, right? I think Giovanni's broken. I think red is brokener. Iono, this is the last card. This is the card I thought was the worst card ever printed before we had gameplay. We already see a C tier, we see an A tier. It's not. So I thought that this card was originally going to be the worst card ever printed. I've read that ability and like, where do you ever want to use this? It's a B tier card. And I'll talk about it. Iono can fix, and obviously this is why I think Iono in B is the reason why I think Mars is in A. And I'll explain my thoughts right now on why that is. I'll thank Rick the Goat as well. Because people are incentivized to now stockpile their hand, Mars is better. Iono can save you. It can save Rampardos, can save Charizard. Not every deck wants to run it. I run it in my Garantina Darkrai deck when I streak to Great Ball. And obviously that video is on YouTube, so you can see me use Iono and not like troll about it. Iono is good at fixing and like luck sacking, right? But that's where I draw the line. I think it's good in Charizard. And even then, I think Charizard wants to run too many other cards, so I don't think it's that great in Charizard. It's broken in Rampardos. I think it's so broken in Rampardos. I think playing a supporter in your deck to sometimes maybe fix your hand isn't worth it. I agree. It's good in Meowscarada because that deck bricks like crazy. And that's kind of my thought. That is kind of my thought. Iono is good in Gallade decks. Yes. Iono is good in Gallade decks, right? It's good at just... It can change so much, but because Iono is being used as much as it's being used, Mars is broken now. I think Mars is even more broken because people are holding their hands like it's they're clutching their pearls, right? For the next portion, I'm going to just rearrange them and order them. Iono is underrated a bit. I think Iono is properly in the middle. I don't think it's better than any of the cards above it. I don't think it's worse than any of the cards below it. I think that it's a card that can honestly Luxac. If I drew Iono drawing first fixes a hand. I've done that so many times to get Giratina. Iono is really good. I'm just gonna say Iono is really good. It's like here's I'm gonna add a little bit more. Poise Boy, thank you for the follow. Some more context, right? God tier of Pocket. S is like the best. Extremely meta. Extremely meta cards, right? We'll figure out B. B is just good. No, like just good. Can be limited. Like no real downsides. But no, like no, they have downsides, but it's just good. C is just like okay. D is like bad, and the rest is like you can't use this, right? I don't know. Last place of A tier, I can see that. I'm gonna order them right now. My current order is something like this. I think I ordered A tier properly. Maybe it's like this. Like I can see the argument for red being right here, but I think red's there. I think that Leaf is actually not the strongest card in this tier. It's like this. I think that's my tier for A. D is more niche than bad. It's there pretty bad. You seen that guaranteed a Mewtwo that ran a blue? CM Knights. Hold on. I want to watch this. Watch this. Limitless tournaments. Watch this. Completed. Let's go to Ursa Day. What day was Ursa Day? We gotta go back one more day, I think. Let's go back one more day. Ursa Day tournament. So we're gonna look at this guy. His name is Jeudy. I don't know who that is, but apparently they ran a blue. It is me. I'm the guy that ran blue in the. Yeah, I think blue is good. Obviously, I've since switched to the guy who won because I think that healing is just really important in a slower meta. I only won Mewtwo because deck space is important. Damn, I'm the same height as Mewtwo. But yeah, anyway, back to I think Adaman's better. I think blue's the best card here. I think this is the niche. C is niche. D is bad. What does it do for the deck? It's good in the mirror match. It's good in like very specific scenarios where you can know that you can like need to stall a turn because you need to set up like a blue, like a Giratina line. It's just good at slowing the game down. So that's what it does. Yeah, this is my tier list. I think that I think this is how I feel about every card at the moment. S tier, you know, the best cards. Niche, these are like bad, but like I won't like if you like bad but has sauce. Bad but has sauce. Like I can like if someone I'm bragging about you to my brother how you hit top 10 global with a bunch of Japanese people. What does that mean? I just think it's so funny. Like, yo, bro, you won't believe it. Like, there's an American in top 10 and he's fighting against the Japanese. He's making Americans represented. I think that's so funny. But I get it. Baka Gaijin, they represent. There's an American fighting the good fight in Pokemon Pocket. It's not just a Japanese dominated game. Yeah, this is my tier list. I think Misty, like I said, is way too broken. I think that Irida is. I think Professor's Research is obviously in every deck. Irida is like super broken. Obviously, it's like only limited to water decks and water energy decks, but its power is insane. Cyrus broken, offensive broken. It has changed the meta. Sabrina is also super broken. It's still one of the best defensive cards. I would say that's card. Red, another game changer in the tier. Like Cyrus also exceeded Cyrus did. Like Cyrus existence existence like Mar prizers every no Dawn but or last set, but Dawn is so stockpiling and getting is going to be way better to beat Rampardos as they and even some EX cards, right? Like you don't need red to in. Thank you. Iono or Leaf is just as slow as it is. Leaf still is relevant and we're allergic to retreat card. Ajit side. Cut Lucario for red. Not yet. But people, I have seen Lucario list red Rampardos builds, and I think those builds are really good. It was like Hitmonlee, Rampardos, really good stuff. I'm just gonna get through talking about this. Iono's good. I did a lot better than I gave it credit for. Super good in Rampardos, super good in Zard, super good in Gallade, super good in Meowscarada. Any card decks that are gonna stockpile hands can really fix things. Viable and even Garantina stuff as you try to get to Garantina. Pokemon Center Lady, really good, plus 30 HP, viable in every deck that you can't use Irida. The secondary effect is only going to get better. Erica is good. It's just that the grass decks it's supporting, like it's not as great. And obviously people deal so much damage now. So like Erica's use is weak. Team Rocket Grunt is a card that is good. It's like the opposite. It's just a reactive card. PCL is yes. Pokemon Center Lady is extremely good. Team Rocket Grunt hella good. There's like the only thing that's why it's not where Misty is that it like usually the downside of Team Rocket Grunt is if you fail you're losing the game, but if you hit you win the like you can hit even one you can win the game. So it's like kind of like Misty but not. It's like very close. But I think that in open deckless formats when you're playing in tournaments, Team Rocket Grunt is a bit weaker. Now we're getting to the more worst cards. Blue is a little bit viable. It can slow the game down. Koga is good if you ever play Weezing, but Weezing is getting a lot weaker because of its HP. They need to make a 140 HP Weezing. That's like, honestly, that's the only way that Weezing gets like good again. Barry, I think Snorlax decks are niche viable as well. Depends on what EX they're supporting. It's Misty, but much more yeah. Adamin is bad, but like it has sauce. I think that if we get more steel, like steel focus decks, it's good. But Dialga, literally, there's no good steel partner, and Dialga ends up supporting like Arceus and non cards. So like this is always going to be a one of at best. And even then, there's 20 card decks. You can barely argue to fit it. Budding Expeditioner, if a Japanese player posted a deck list with Mew and said they ran a copy of Budding, I'd believe it. I think it has some sauce, but only because Mew is good. But Mew is 130 HP and it's not really a good tank. And everything in Defunct, the cards that they're supporting are just not good. That's it. That's going to be the video. I guess you guys can say hi YouTube or goodbye YouTube, because that's where I'll end this one. Goodbye YouTube.